Tonight on Dynamite, Tony Khan is set to be making a special announcement on Dynamite tonight, and it's an important announcement that, as Tony Khan said, the announcement is great. It is a great and exciting development for the company. When asked about if the announcement had anything to do with Forbidden Door, Tony Khan said there are a lot of exciting things in the near future for AEW. All I can say is we have an important announcement coming at this show in Phoenix, and it's an exciting development for the company. I am excited to share it with the fans in Phoenix and all over the world. Tonight on Dynamite we will see a tag team battle royal to earn a spot in the tag team title bout at Revolution. And also, Evil Uno will step into the ring against Jon Moxley as Mox and Hangman Page's feud continues. Also, speaking to Phoenix New Times, Khan said of his announcement that he's very excited about it, and it will be something great for AEW. I would probably say it is the announcement of a new pay-per-view, as there has been rumors of a new pay-per-view or possibly a new show for AEW. I doubt it has anything to do with a free agent. I doubt it has anything to do with Ring of Honor, because I feel like Tony would just make the announcement for Ring of Honor and not occupy time on Dynamite. And also, when was the last time that Tony actually personally announced a free agent? So I do think it probably has something to do with a new pay-per-view. I hope it's not the arrival of a new championship, because the last thing AEW needs is a new title. But all I know is, I'll be watching along with all of you when we hear the announcement later tonight on Dynamite. Shifting back to WWE, though, a WWE superstar, Tyler Bates, seems to be getting a new gimmick. More of a, third eye spiritual type gimmick, where he, I guess, influences people to look within themselves to find their potential. And apparently, next week on NXT, we will be getting Tyler Bate versus Carmelo Hayes, which should be a fantastic matchup between two of the best in NXT. Also, QTV will be appearing on a vignette for something called QTV, appeared on a recent episode of Dark, and it seems like, I don't know if it's a television show, I don't know if it's a vignette, like a GTV type thing from back in the day with WWE. I don't really know what it is, to be honest with you. But what we do know is we will find out more information when the information becomes available to us. But it is an AEW thing, and it is rare because, honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen a vignette for AEW air on programming, with 90% of it airing just directly on the AEW YouTube channel and not on any particular programming. But that I could be wrong about, and I would be more than happy to accept somebody correcting me on that one. Also, an update from NXT is that Nikita Lyons, who recently had ACL surgery. Yes, ACL surgery. Will miss up to a year in rehab to rehab her injury. And I don't know if this indicated on who, or was an indication on who attacked her, but Tiffany Stratton appeared during her interview with Mackenzie Mitchell, and basically ran down Nikita and the fact that she was going to be out for an extended period of time. I think that, in my opinion, that does give a pretty strong indication that it may have been Nikita Lyons. I mean, it may have been Tiffany Stratton that took out Nikita Lyons. But there is, again, no indication of the like. So I think we will have to find out in the upcoming weeks. But it is disappointing that the talented Nikita Lyons will be missing so much time be off TV for that long. But I wish nothing but the best to her in her rehab, because a torn ACL is a very serious injury, and I hope that she comes back ready and stronger than ever, because she's still got a lot left to give to NXT, especially at her age. Also, last week, Rampage hit the lowest rating that it has ever hit for the show. Part of the reason is because of the NBA All-Star festivities started on Friday, and SmackDown was actually affected too, with SmackDown pulling in its lowest viewership since January 20th. So it wasn't just AEW, but this also goes back to something I've said since the beginning of 2023, that AEW needs to develop an identity for Rampage, because it will help get viewers coming in for Rampage if they can figure out an identity for the second program, because I can't just have Rampage be, my Rampage previews be how I get people to come in for Rampage, because I don't think enough people watch my previews for Rampage to help with the viewership numbers. But what I will say is that, if anything, maybe announce more matches on Dynamite and make more of a bigger deal of the matches on Dynamite, and maybe build up matches on Dynamite for Rampage with more than just a segment. Maybe, or, I don't want to say a brand split, but like make it sort of official that you would see somebody like Orange Cassidy on Rampage as opposed to on Dynamite. And just, honestly, I don't know how to set up an identity or what the identity of Rampage should be, because I don't know what will make people watch Rampage and keep them coming, because also it is very difficult for any wrestling company to keep the audience when another sport is having their all-star festivities or something big, because the same thing happens with playoffs. But again, it wasn't just Rampage that was affected, it was SmackDown as well. The problem with SmackDown was it was the go-home show for Elimination Chamber. But it just shows the playoffs are going to, certain festivities are going to affect it one way or the other. It doesn't matter the sport, it doesn't matter the company, it matters that it's the NBA All-Star Game and people wanted to watch it. Also, A&E and WWE programming returned. Our WWE programming returned to A&E with the newest season of Biography and Rivals, as well as Smack Talk, returning to A&E for another season. And the premiere episodes scored the biggest ratings among they scored among the biggest ratings of episodes ever in the run that WWE has had on A&E with Biography, with both hitting well above 400,000 viewers. And the best part is, for WWE, this program went head-to-head with the NBA All-Star Game. So that should be a coup for WWE, and something good for them as they build up to bringing back Most Wanted Treasures, which Most Wanted Treasures will be the next leg of the programming, coming back in April alongside Steve Austin Takes on America. And in an update on the programming, we received an update on Dark Side of the Ring earlier this month, specifically from PW Insider, as there were rumors that Dark Side was canceled after Season 3, but the rumors were never made official. And if anything, Jason Eisner went on record and said that Dark Side has not been canceled. It's just that other things have gotten in the way and stopped them from continuing the programming or continuing the development of the programming, as they've done other things, like Jason Eisner and what's his name? I apologize to the other producer. I can't remember his name. But they were with The Rock in Tales for the Territories as producers for Tales for the Territories last year, which was basically the replacement for Dark Side of the Ring. But Dark Side of the Ring is still one of, if not the most successful, is one of the highest rated shows that are on Fox. I'm sorry, Vice. One of the highest rated shows on Vice. And even inspired multiple spin-offs like Dark Side of Football, Dark Side of the 90s, and Dark Side of Comedy. There are rumors that a season 4 is currently being taped, as interviews with Mick Foley, Jim Cornette, Terry Funk, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan are set to be included for the new season, as the titles for the new season include, or the subjects rather, not the titles, the subjects include Bam Bam Bigelow, Mike Awesome, and Abdullah the Butcher are among those that would be covered in Season 4 of Dark Side of the Ring. Again, there is no confirmation. It is just rumors right now, but any update is a good update as long as the update is that Dark Side hasn't been canceled, as if I might be in the minority here, but I may also be in the majority as far as I enjoy Dark Side of the Ring tremendously, and I would love to see it return for another season. With that being said, though, that has been the news for this news cycle, and I will see you in the next video.